Oh, it was an ugly one. Mic check, por favor. We need a mic check on this ugly Thanksgiving Eve edition. If someone could just verify in the chat that the audio is working. Yeah, all right, guys. Well, that really sucked. Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your depressed host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And your New Jersey Devils were shut out for a painful fourth time on the young season. On pace to, it's a little more than a quarter, so we're probably on pace to get shut out like 11 or so times. I mean, I wasn't worried about it in the beginning, but now I'm starting to say that it's a little bit of a situation. We were looking to win 4 games in a row for the first time since January 14th of 2023, nearly 2 calendar years. The boys have not won 4 in a row in nearly 2 calendar years. Looking to do it tonight against St. Louis. I will say, bad refereeing for sure. They screwed us, but in the end, they did give us some makeup calls. And again, in the end, I have to say, when you score no goals, you don't deserve to win. And so while the refs did screw us, the fact that the New Jersey Devils could not generate a single goal in this game, I can't blame the refs. The refs were contributory for sure. They tried to give us some makeup calls, but in the end, when you do not score a single goal in a game, you're obviously not going to win the hockey game. And that's brutal. That is brutal, but win or lose, we booze. We can't forget. Cheers, my Devils fan friends. Dirty Devil Vodka, the official vodka of the great Martin Brodeur. If you didn't know, now you know. Dirty Devil Vodka, smooth as hell. I've been putting down bottles like it's my job over here. And cheers to all Devils fans. Win or lose, we booze. You know how we do on this Thanksgiving Eve edition. Happy holidays to all of you and your families. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I hope, you don't have any relative quarrels or any sort of arguments. I know a lot of families get a little feisty often at the holidays. I know mine does from time to time. But cheers to you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. But absolute kick in the balls tonight. Your New Jersey Devils just unable to do anything offensively. And it sucked. It really sucked. They dominated that second period. But the Devils lose 3-0 to the Blues, and it was a painful one. Overall, again, I tell everyone time and time again, I'm sure there will be doomers here. But, a game in November, it sucks. But we just had a great stretch going 5-1, beating some great teams. I'm not remotely worried, but I am slightly concerned about the seemingly feast or famine offense. To get shut out 4 times, and I think this was our 23rd or 24th game, it's a cause for concern. It's a cause for concern. Without Timo tonight with the BS suspension, bear with me 1 second, actually, guys. I forgot my ginger ale. I'm sorry. I can't do this on the rocks. Hold on. I need a thing. All right, I'm going to go with the Red Bull. I just dropped this, so hopefully it doesn't explode in my face. Little Red Bull vodka, eh? This was a college staple. I had a lot of college staples. I went through a lot of phases. There was a Jägermeister phase, Jack on the Rocks, Jaeger bombs. Shout out to Jaeger bombs. My God. But anyway, painful night. Cheers to all of you. They had their chances. I think we outshot them in the second period, something ridiculous. At one point, it was like 13-1, or maybe that was the final. But, yeah, you're not going to win hockey games when you don't score a goal. And so the New Jersey Devils need to figure out why it's all or nothing and why sometimes the offense just can't finish. One of the shutouts was against Vasilevsky. Honestly, very good goaltender. Those ones don't bother me as much. But, Mac Black came in the revenge game and got us. I forget the goaltender for the Flames name. It escapes me at the moment, but he shut us out. And tonight we're shut out by Binnington. It's rough. Getting shut out sucks. I will say, I almost, as some of you know, going into this week, I was like, I have to go to one of the two games. And originally I was leaning towards this one. Traditionally when I was a young man, the night before Thanksgiving Eve is a fun night to go out. Everyone off the next day, it's fun to go out and do some things. And I was thinking maybe that would be a fun Devils game to go to. And then for some reason, I don't know why. I don't know if there is a reason in particular, but I was like, on Monday, I was like, I really want to go tonight. I don't know why. I had a feeling that it was going to be a good game. And I couldn't have been more mad if I picked the wrong game. I mean, the Monday night game, against the Preds was an instant classic with Hischauza getting his first career Hattie. And tonight was abysmal. So it really couldn't have been like one of the worst home games and one of the best in back-to-back games. I just so happened to pick right, luckily. But in the end, guys, again, November, I'm not worried. This team is a good team. And sometimes you're going to have nights like this. I just feel like with the shutout element, it's been happening a little too frequently for my comfort. Yeah, it's a rough one. Absolute rough one. They couldn't bury anything on the power play. Some bad luck for the boys tonight as well. That Siegenthaler clearing attempt. I mean, oof, on that third goal. Markstrom obviously did not have a good night. I'm not gonna make any excuses for Markstrom. It was a less than stellar outing for him. But let's just see a couple other things here. Man, it was painful. I feel bad for anyone who was at that game tonight because that really is absolutely brutal. I mean, my God. To go to a game, shutout games are the worst. Like, what? We didn't even get to celebrate a single goal? Oh, man. Yeah, 21 hits for the Devils. Yeah, Blues, 20 shots on goal. I mean, God, 3 on 20. Devils, nothing on 31 shots. Devils getting a little bit beat up in the faceoff circle. 56% for the Blues, 44 for the Devils. 13 hits for the Blues, 21 hits for the Devils. 24 block shots for the Blues. Wow, only 10 for the Devils. That's a pretty low on the season. They've been averaging a good chunk more than that, I believe. Blues, 11 giveaways. Devils with 10 giveaways. Blues with 3 takeaways. Devils with 6 takeaways. And your New Jersey Devils drop an absolute stinker, 3-0 to the Blues. And life goes on. Life goes on. And hopefully we see a response from this club Friday in Detroit. I would love to see that. And that's a game that Brendan Dillon told me. I don't know if some of you may or may not have seen it, but I went to a Brendan Dillon signing a couple weeks ago, and I was just talking to him while he was signing a bunch of stuff. And we were just talking about the physical elements of the game and stuff. And he had mentioned at that point that the November 29th game against the Red Wings was circled on his personal calendar. Obviously, in that last one in Detroit, it got very chippy. He fought Christian Fischer. It was a pretty chippy game overall. And then obviously we had the thing with Rasmussen at the end when Jack thought he was going to skate up to him and hit him. And instead, Jack skated up to him and tried to hit him, but he just got bodied. And then Rasmussen kind of taunted him, standing over his corpse, if you will, on the ice. So I know Dilly's going to be looking for some get back. I'm sure a lot of the other boys will be fired up. I do hope that we see Curtis McDermott in that one. I think we need to, we strayed away from the heavyweight champ for a little while, but I'd like to see him back in there. I'm in the end, going into the playoffs, I've said, I love Curtis McDermott. I don't think he is an everyday player, but I would like to see him more times than not. He got that string of games. Then they've been trying a bunch of different things on the fourth line. And in the end, for right now, I'm not blown away by any of the guys, on the fourth line. And so if you're not going to really bring much as a fourth liner, and it's not to discredit fourth liners, they do small things, but if you're not going to be an impactful player, I would rather have the impact in that one area that Curtis McDermott brings as one of the players on the fourth line than say a guy like Foote or Bowers, especially for this Detroit game. So I'm hoping we see McDermott back in there for that one. And then we're back home Saturday against the Caps. And again, you're going to see Allen in one of these games. I'm thinking they might give Allen the Detroit game. Markey's been in there. Yeah, I think Allen might get the Detroit game, and then we see Markey back in there Saturday night against the Caps. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they handle that all. But, yeah, they got to respond. Let's see what you guys are talking about here. Devin, the Doomers will verify it's working. I mean, listen, guys, let me just pull up the current situation here. But, you're not going to win every game. And so after every loss, they're going to come in here and be like, I told you so. I just don't understand. Like, are you a fan of the team or not? We go to the – yeah, so even with that loss, now the Rangers are coming back down to earth. The New Jersey Devils, if you go by points percentage, I don't give a shit about the current standings when we have, 3 and 4 games played more than every other team. So I just don't even care. I just go straight to the points percentage. Carolina in first at 750, which is just absolutely insane. 750. The Caps still at 705. Your New Jersey Devils at 640, and the Rangers are at 595, followed by Columbus at 500. Yeah, and even when you go to the Atlantic, the Maple Leafs are first in the Atlantic with a 636 points percentage. Florida's number 2 with 587, and the Lightning are number 3 at 571. So with the Devils' current points percentage, they would be in first place in the Atlantic. But we are third in the Metro, a little bit ahead of the Rangers. And it seems pretty clear to me and most other people, I would imagine, that at this juncture of the season, your race for the Metro division, or at least the top 3 in the division and the wild card, seemingly will come from that group of 4. Hurricanes, Caps, Devils, Rangers. One of the 3 of those teams will finish top 3 in the division, and then whoever doesn't will be the wild card. And that's why I've said for a while I do believe that worst case scenario for this Devils club is the number 1 wild card spot. But wow. John, tonight was our 4th shutout loss. Southern Devils fan, I'm absolutely disgusted. I am too, but I try to look at the thing as a whole. And when you really look at it, the fact that you're not going to win every game, this last stretch of games, the Devils, I think overall have definitely exceeded most people's expectations. And I have pretty high expectations for the team. I think most people would say the team has exceeded it. I mean, to beat Florida twice, on their home ice, then beat Carolina, then beat the Caps. I mean, that's a lot. And so obviously these letdown games suck. But, heading into that last 4 before Thanksgiving, I said I'm expecting 3-1, hoping for 3-1. It happened. I would have never thought that we would have beat Hurricanes and the Capitals with the Preds, and then the single loss in the 4-game set would have came to the Blues. But it is what it is. Likewise, when the Devils went to the state of Florida for 3 games, I said I hope they come back 2-1. I was imagining a split with the Panthers and then beating the Lightning. Turns out they beat the Panthers twice and then lost to the Lightning and came home with a 2-1 record. So it is what it is. Gem card collecting pain. Absolutely. We're all in pain right now, but cheers, guys. It's Thanksgiving Eve, a joyous time. We've had a very good stretch of Devils hockey. So maybe, just try to step out of the negativity of the moment and just look at the bigger picture here. And the past couple of weeks has been a pretty positive one for your New Jersey Devils and us as fans. Devils fan 13, worst ref game I've seen all season. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But again, I would be more mad about the shitty reffing if the Devils lost like a, 3-2, 4-2 game, 4-3, something like that. When you scored no goals, it's hard for me to blame anyone other than the offense. Like, you did nothing. You did absolutely nothing. And so, yeah, technically, with those calls and non-calls, could it have been different? Sure. But in the end, we generated nothing on offense, and you have no one to blame but yourself. At least we're not Washington. God bless what happened to them tonight. Yeah, they put it in their own net, I think. My buddy texted to me, but no, I was messing around with all this stuff, getting ready to come on here. Resting Guitar Face, as much as I want that elusive 4 in a row, if we're consistently winning 3 out of every 5, we're doing pretty good. That's pretty much 100 or so season right there. Yeah, that'd be 600 point share. I would like it to be much closer to the 700. So, I'm going to say if we went 3-1-1 in every 5 for the 7 out of 10 points, that's, 700 clip is amazing. And honestly, right now, Caps and Hurricanes are playing at 700 plus points percentage hockey, which is phenomenal. I mean, I don't know if they'll be able to maintain that all season long. This one stung. It certainly did, Zach. Gem cards collecting. Why do we lose to the worst teams? It just seems to be one of those things. I don't think there's any way to really explain it, or, it's just one of those things. And tonight was another one where we made another, Binnington's not a no-name goalie, but to make Binnington, we made him look like Hasek in his prime. So he was tested. We had some good chances. I mean, I would have liked to see more, but nothing was going in. We tied last year's shutouts already. It's a feast or famine offense. Consistency is shit. I mean, I can't say it's consistency after every loss. I mean, we were 5-1 in the last 6. Now we're 5-2 in the last 7. I mean, you're not going to win every game, so it's hard to for me to just kind of pile on. Zach, win or lose, we booze. Obviously. Evan says consistency. We won 3. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it was like every other game, you're seeing a completely different team. But sometimes this team, for whatever reason, makes opposing goaltenders look phenomenal. I honestly would put money on the fact that if the refs get the call right in these first 9 seconds, we won't get shut out, period. It's hard to say, but how can you say? I mean, I get it. Everything kind of affects the rest of the game, but they missed the trip on Nico, and, again, I don't know how much that really impacts your inability to score a goal. I mean, they literally scored no goals, guys. They scored no goals. Happy Thanksgiving, Ted. Val would love Kreider on the Devils. It's hard for me to ever want one of those guys. 3 in a row. It's okay. It's 1 loss. Jason, no, we got to fix this fourth line. Too many guys that can't contribute. Bowers, Foot, Dowling. Yeah, I mean, but listen, not every fourth line guy is going to contribute either. I mean, if you're expecting to see tons of points out of all your fourth liners, you're setting yourself up to be disappointed. But with that being said, I do think, there are or will be upgrades to the fourth line that are available. And I think, Fitzy is probably looking at that daily, I'd imagine at this point. Zach, happy Turkey Day, Ace. Happy Turkey Day to you, sir. I'm excited to stuff my face tomorrow. I don't particularly love turkey. I obviously eat it on Thanksgiving, but being of Italian-American descent, a lot of times there's, Italian dishes that people wouldn't necessarily, attribute or link with Thanksgiving that make an appearance in my family's Thanksgiving spread. And then also, obviously, all the sides, the stuffing and the mashed potatoes. Shout out to Franco the chef. Franco the chef is my mother's husband, who is a phenomenal chef and makes just insane stuff. And I'm looking forward to stuff in my face. Some little, sorrow munchies after this pathetic Devils game. But I hope some of you guys are going to have some good Thanksgiving stuff in your face sessions of your own. Oh, Ted, that's unfortunate. Lackluster, you were there. Oof. Losses like this hit extra hard when you're at the game. Chico, that's not true. They had 31 shots, 12 high danger chances in all situations. They got goalied. Too much empty calorie hockey, but they did play well. Replay that game 10 times and they win 7. I know, but it's just like, how many times we've basically said this. At least for the Sharks game, that was kind of the same story. The Lightning game, they weren't in, and the Flames game, they were in until 5.5 minutes left. And so, how many times are we going to say we got goalied in a season? I mean, it is interesting. I mean, we could potentially, and this would be a weird stat. I don't even know how you'd figure this out, but I'm just thinking about it. It's like, for how good our power play is, and for the amount of, just in terms of, we have this great offense. So with this personnel we have, we're able to have a top 2 power play, right? But we are also getting shut out at a scary rate. At the end of the season, there could be a scenario where the Devils finish with the best power play in the league and also be the team that gets shut out the most. I mean, what an interesting kind of combo. Let me just see something here. Marshall, we got to stop getting our teeth kicked in by bad teams. It seems like we always play down to our competition. Yeah. I mean, we've just in the young season, shutout losses, mind you, to the Sharks and Blues, and then we beat the Panthers. What was the combined score, like 13-4 or something? And it is head-scratching stuff. Jay Snow, I saw Jack make one nice move where he cut back to the middle. I want to see that more. They aren't going to the middle of the ice enough. Walt, I don't usually bitch about officiating, but the bad calls and non-calls tonight were egregious. When refs blow it early like this, it dictates how the team has to play to try to catch up. NJ got screwed. They did, but again, when you get shut out, I'm just going to say the refs were bad, and they helped seal our fate, if you will. Not scoring a single goal. It's just like if you had scored a goal even, I'd be like, okay, the game could have been different. But to not score a single goal, it's hard for me to blame it on anything other than, what are you doing? Like, you have to score a goal. Ted, how about Siegenthaler getting scrappy? I mean, there was that one little skirmish where, like, he really looked like he wanted to be anywhere other than where he was. I forget who he was tied up with, and the guy was, like, desperately, I think, trying to fight him. And Siegenthaler, I think, was desperately just trying for the incident to be over. Val, Jack won only 3 of 13 faceoffs. Got to do better than that. Yeah, it's a pretty poor percentage. It's like, less than 25%. Wow. I want to place Palat with a finisher. Well, Devils had to play on tilt the whole game, and that changes the way you have to play the game. Not to mention having to play frustrated. 1-0, I wasn't worried. Then it was 2-0, and I was like, all right, now I'm a little worried, but I still think they could come back. And I knew I had a really sickening feeling after Siegenthaler, that failed clearing attempt that led to the third goal. That was kind of when I was like, I think this one's a wrap. I didn't think it would finish with a shutout loss, though. My God. Luke Perry, need to trade for a top 6 scorer. I would love a big winger to play on the wing with Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt. I don't know, who's going to be kind of some of the better guys that could be a fit floating around at the deadline. I would prefer it to be a more physical, bigger specimen, if possible. Val, few shots in the slot, everything from the side. Amagi, friend's first hockey game was a load of crap, but he's a troll, so we had a great time cheering for the Blues. Oh, man, your friend's one of those? I agree. These AHLers at the bottom of the lineup got to go. For Devil, more block shots than shots on net. Garage gym updates. I was there tonight, celebrated the post we hit in the second like it was a goal. Insane Pollock, Ace, the puck said F you Devils tonight. But how is it happening so often, though? If it was, 2 times in 50 games, I'd be like, okay, you're not talking about 4 times in 25 games. Keith was no BS in that post game. Yeah, he wasn't too happy. Luke Perry, Luke Hughes is so close to scoring these past 2 games. Yeah, but, what they say almost doesn't count except horseshoes and hand grenades. For Devil, Big Mac on Friday. I really hope we see it. Really, really hope we see it. Val, Miss Timo can't play that many AHLers. Here we go. Woodson. What does Woodson have to say? Shouldn't surprise anyone. Markstrom is slightly above average, and the Devils get shut down by bigger physical teams who take away space. Improved team, but not a cup contender. Jay Snow, Timo is actually our best player at creating high dangers. Chico Tazo, here's John Woodson with his nonsense again. If there's anything we shouldn't be surprised by, it's him complaining. You're damn right, Walt. Woodson, but if the Devils go on a deep playoff run, Woodson better just retire from the internet. Jay Snow, he's a bull talking about Timo. John Woodson, Chico, like 5 shutouts through 25 games, just happens from time to time. I believe it's 4. We're in 3rd place. I always go with the points percentage. I tell everyone that. I don't care what the actual standings are at the moment when the games are uneven. Jay Snow, I want to see Nason and Timo split up. I'd like to see Nason on Jack's line. I think in the preseason, I predicted him or Cotter would get, I thought, more extended looks. We've seen flashes of Cotter with Jack. I I would certainly give Nason an audition there. I think the problem is, while it could work, I do think sometimes when you do those maneuvers with guys like Nason and Cotter, that in the end, while it makes a decent top six line, line 1 or 2, I do think it substantially hurts the bottom 6 more so than it helps the top 6, if that makes any sense. And I think that's kind of the dilemma they're at with Cotter too. Like, I would like to see Nason get a shot with Jack. I would. I think that could be interesting. Nason obviously is having a career season. The guy's an absolute freak. I love Nason. Junkyard dog, gets to the front of the net, gets to the corners, battles, does everything you want, hits. Doug, Doomers would rather be right than see the Devils win. John Woodson, let's play Markstrom every game, get him in a losing groove. I never said play him every game, guy. Never said that once. Oh, God. Chico, John Woodson, you're an idiot. Completely different situations, but I guess it's too much to ask you to actually watch the games and think about what you're seeing. Jay Snow, Carolina and Washington are a wagon, and we beat both of them. Will Carolina and Washington ever slow down? They're both playing over 700 hockey, which is crazy. Which is absolutely crazy. I mean, and even with Ovechkin, I mean, I'm not sure. How long is Ovechkin supposed to be out for? It's going to be a little chunk of time, right? Carolina or Washington will go through the Devils like hot knife through butter in the playoffs? I don't think so, sir. I mean, I'm not saying the Devils definitely win, but I think a hot knife through butter is a wild, wild exaggeration. Andy MC, I'd love to see Nason with Jack Rat for a few games, see how it goes. I'm always down to try that. And I really wanted to see Cotter with them for more than a couple shifts at a time as well, and we never got that. I mean, just very small sample size. Certainly not happy about 4 shutouts and 8 losses, but this one is different. Val, Washington will drop back a bit with Ovechkin out, you would think. Benjamin, I don't get it with the Doomers. It's not just stupidity. It's like they have no emotional resilience and no attention span. Like toddlers. Get him! Get him! What up, Max? I'm not going to lie, Ace. After that first no call and goal, I said, oh, it's going to be this kind of game. Also, Monty just always had our number. I mean, yeah, Montgomery, and there is statistics out there that support when a team gets a new coach, they do get a little bit of a jolt, if you will. And Montgomery recently fired from the Bruins, finds a home in St. Louis, and has them kind of, trying to find their way. But, oh, man, getting shut out at home is just inexcusable. Krung's, the refs didn't like us, but more than that, the puck didn't like us. Just got no bounces or pucks getting through. People blaming the refs while getting shut out. I didn't, some people are, but I said, they played a role. But in the end, if you get shut out, I'm not blaming the refs at all. That's your offense has to take a look in the mirror. This fan base always blames ref when the Devils lose. I don't think so. The insane Pollock was missing Timo, possibly messed with their heads. I don't think so. I don't think so either. This was just one of those nights where we just like another one, the other games you've already seen. For whatever reason, they just for Devil losing 9-8 has the same effect as getting shut out. Makes no difference in the standings. That's true. The Blues are a sleeper team, though. A letdown wasn't too surprising. They've won some big games against good teams, and last game was pretty emotional. I kind of thought they might lose tonight. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, it sucks. Devils need to get better 5-5. I just want them in the playoffs. Last year was god-awful, and I think it left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. Guys, we're firmly going to be in the playoffs. To remotely believe that we're like a fringe playoff team is just so far doomsdayer mentality, in my opinion. Oh, boy. The New York nobody. How you doing, New York nobody? Rangers fan here. Y'all are in a way better spot than us. I mean, maybe not. I believe we are. But, the Rangers, I think, will figure their shit out. I've seen a lot of rumors they might be trying to make trades. I mean, as long as you guys retain Shesterkin, I think you're fine. Max, Ace, fun fact, last year at the Thanksgiving break, we were 8-1, only 17 games played versus 25 this year. That's wild. But here's your reward for going to the Global Series. You come back and just get slammed with a hellacious schedule. I believe we had 5 games in 7 nights a couple times, or 5 and 8. Val S, I'd be laughing if Luke gets more than 4 mil. Val S, you are on hallucinogenics. Luke is 1,000% getting more than 4 mil. A sensible Rangers fan. Chico, this was a game where they outplayed the other team, man. Like, what are you talking about? Luke, last year we had games in hand on every team and managed to lose every game in hand. Krungs, yeah, at least with the Rags losing, we're still maintaining a better points percentage against them, which has been pretty crazy. The Rangers were, I feel like it felt like they were over 700 not too long ago. Fitz can't give Luke long-term with his drop-off, but Jack will demand it. $9 mil times 7, I don't think it'll be that high. Luke, I think Luke has focused more on defense this year and his offense has suffered. Most of the offense from the defense came from Casey. Man, shout out to Seamus Casey with that toe drag. Sick plays. And, it's only a matter of time before we see Seamus Casey back up with the boys, whether that's next year or whatever. Krungs, I love turkey. I'm smoking a turkey tomorrow. Nice. I wish I had the temperament to do one of the deep fried turkeys because the deep fried turkeys are delicious. Sausage stuffing, Cape Dweller. Oh, sausage stuffing is definitely on the menu at my family's situation, and the sausage stuffing is definitely one of the highlights for me, along with Chef Franco's famous lamb. What the hell are they called? The little lamb chop lollipops. Oof. Get there early because you're gonna miss out because your boy Ace just starts hogging the. I get as soon as I see it coming out, I beeline, and everyone knows when they see me come, they're like, shit, we better go get some of the lamb chops before this guy eats them all because I'm just like. Four Devil. Speaking of Thanksgiving, the cranberry sauce is mine. No touchy. I'm all set on the I'm not a cranberry anything guy, if I'm being honest. The extent of my cranberry. Cheers, guys. We're gonna do it's a Thanksgiving Eve, guys. Come on now. What are you guys drinking out there? Let me know. A little couple Thanksgiving Eve holiday cocktails with some friends on the channel here on a losing night of New Jersey Devils hockey. Shutout lost New Jersey Devils hockey, I might add. Oof. It's painful. It is certainly painful. I lost my spot. Vote people. Oh, God. Vote people. Who would you rather have, Brady and Kova or Jack and Luke? I'll take the physical, gritty players every single time. I mean, it's an interesting hypothetical. For Devil, you ever have real cranberry sauce? That canned stuff is so much better. You guys are very observant. Insane Pollock, I just realized, where is the mic, Ace? So I don't want to talk about this too much because, there's idiots in here that I'd want to choke them out. But the reality is, I explained last time, there is I have no problem recording videos, just so you guys know. I don't know if maybe some of you only watch lives, or maybe some people only watch the regular videos, or maybe some people watch both, okay? I film a good amount of videos, I think anyway, and I never, ever have difficulties with anything. The shit works every single time. Once I got my first original setup, everything set up, the software, once from, I figured it all out how I wanted to do it. From that day forward, it works flawlessly, like a charm. Every day, every night, whenever I'm doing videos, no problems ever, no mic issues, no nothing. With the streaming software, people don't realize you are opening yourself up to a whole world of shit that could go wrong. An entire world that is of no fault of mine or any other people that are trying to stream, right? There are so many things that could go wrong. And so for tonight, everything went wrong. The software really, really screwed me tonight. And not only was the mic giving me headaches, the camera was giving me headaches. And so right now I'm actually on backup equipment entirely in the studio with a backup camera and the backup mic, which is this one. My backup, this was my starter kit mic. This was early on purchase when I didn't know what was going on early on in the game when I'm trying to figure out my way. And then I eventually bought this thing, I guess, that you're used to seeing, which is a much better higher end mic. However, like I just mentioned, the software connectivity issues is a nightmare. And so for whatever reason, the backup camera and the backup mic worked. And so even the angle, everything's a little bit different right now. But it's funny you mentioned the mic. But here is the mic. It's just not the mic being used right now because the backup has been called upon into action along with the backup camera. Max, just seemed like we were missing a specific cog in our goal machine. Can't put my finger on it. I think it rhymes with emu. Emu plier. Obviously, him not being in the lineup hurts. But again, it's hard for me to say, like I said, if we had lost 4-2, 3-2, even 3-1, even if we scored a goal and lost, you would say, okay, maybe, Timo would have been a nice player to have in the lineup tonight. But when you generate nothing, it's hard to believe that, maybe we may have scored one goal if we had Timo tonight. But obviously, Timo is one of our better players, despite what a lot of the Doomers say about him. And obviously look forward to getting him back for the matchup in Detroit on Friday. Chico, this one is different to me. The Flames one was bad and frustrating. That one can't happen. This one was more of a pure goalie situation. Luke, Etchan Woodson, I see growth in their games this year, more so, Luke, to be honest with you. Jack still tries to play hero hockey when it's not going in for the team. I mean, Luke obviously has gotten, I would say, exponentially better defensively under Keefe. I believe he just said, listen, guy, you got to play defense. You can't go freewheeling at will. It is funny, though, sometimes when we're either up or down big, Luke will start kind of, the leash gets a little bit longer, and then he starts pinching a little bit further. And he has been generating a ton of chances, I feel like, in the past few games. I do feel like it's only a matter of time before he gets one, and I'm sure he's getting frustrated. But he has been creating in the offensive zone. Jay Snow, it's not goalie. If you dive into the stats, you see that the Devils sometimes fail to create high dangers. They'll figure it out. Jim Bean, these games drive me absolutely nuts. They come out like crap, and then the wheels completely fall off. Forecheck, back check, defense, misplayed pucks, etc. Val S. Devils is pawn hockey team, not just Jack and Luke. Benjamin, let's chip in for a forehead tattoo for Woodson. Get him! Get him, boys! Woodson, you're a pond-level hockey fan. Yo! Oh, man. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everybody. Wow, Max. McDermott has to be in the next game. I absolutely believe he should be. That Detroit game is going to be a chippy, physical one for sure, and the Devils need to be ready for war. And I would love to see McDermott in there. Benjamin, or a nice cone-shaped hat. Let me see. Hey, Woodson, gobble like a turkey for us. I've seen 60-year-olds play more physical in the lowest beer league level. Oh, God. Now the trolling's not even attempted to be. He's not even attempting to veil it. It's blatant. Hey, Woodson. No, you haven't. Luke, 5-on-5 needs to get better. If the power play doesn't score like it did tonight, the team usually has issues. That's when you have a very lethal power play, you kind of sometimes could live and die with it. And tonight, they just couldn't get it done. SP, good morning from Germany. Love your post-game show, Ace. Thank you, SP. Thank you, SP in Germany. Thank you for joining us on this, kind of pathetic night where our New Jersey Devils were shut out at home and shut out for the fourth time on the young season. But cheers to you, SP. I don't know if you guys do Thanksgiving, but if you do, happy Thanksgiving to you. And if you don't, happy weekend to you, or almost weekend to you. I don't know. Happy whatever makes you happy, SP. But thank you for joining us from Germany. Max, that too many men penalty was horseshit. Yeah, it was a bad call too. But listen, guys, we got shut out. Cape Dollar, got to give Binnington his due. Now the winningest goalie in St. Louis history with 152. Mike Lute, 151. Jake Allen, 148. Wow, that is pretty crazy to think about. That the winningest goalie in St. Louis history is 152. Holy shit. Just simple quick math, the great Martin Brodeur has more wins for the New Jersey Devils than all three of the top three winningest goalies in St. Louis history. And I would imagine if it goes 152, 151, that's what, 303 plus 148's 451. Yeah, he might have more wins than even the next couple guys added to that. Wow. I just stared directly into the light of the camera, and now I'm seeing spots. What's going on, Colby? Devils should have got Buchnevich, but nah, we don't like skill and size. The New York Nobody. Y'all can have Mika and Truba free of charge. I deliver to them, and everything. Val, Kreider's exactly what the Devils need. Don't care if he is a Ranger. Well, obviously, they're not going to trade us Kreider. Celluloid therapy. The first goal in particular was embarrassing. This team continues to be who they are. Shitso. Shutout against the Blues is unacceptable. A great game against Nashville, then they suck. Yeah, but overall, I mean, how can you not be happy with where they are at the moment? Obviously, this game sucked, but everyone is so in the moment. It's just, sports fans I've come to realize, and Devils fans might be, more so than other sports fans, but so in the moment. Like, dude, we were 5-1 against a great set of teams. We lose one, and everyone's, you're back on the ledge. Like, come on, it's November, guys. We're third in the league's points percentage-wise. I mean, third in the division, rather. Wow, Max. Why are Rag fans in here? Is it that bad over there? Luke Perry, Rangers fans like Ace. That's why. I don't know about that. I wouldn't say Rangers fans like me, but maybe this gentleman is just, looking for some sort of therapy like we are. Let's be honest, guys. This is one nights like tonight. This is one just big internet-driven therapy session where we just talk about our feelings and how we're feeling, and it sucked. But for the people like, oh, this team sucks. I mean, we were 5-1. We beat the Panthers twice in Florida, and then beat the Canes and Caps, and then had that crazy night against the Predators. Like, listen, guys, Chico, these Blues are not the same ones that won the Cup. They're hardly the heavy bruising team anymore. Amagi, I was really fired up for Markey after that ceremony, but quite the opposite happened. I never would have imagined feeling so much more comfortable with Allen between the pipes, honestly. Uh-oh. LOL, before this game, my mom said, not Timo time, Timo timeout, and it made me laugh. It was a Timo timeout, courtesy of the Department of Player Safety. Krunks, yeah, Devils are firmly in a non-wild card playoff spot. Exactly. They're right now kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say that firmly, but again, I've said now for the past couple of weeks, I believe the worst case scenario for this Devils club come the playoffs is the first wild card spot. I do believe they finish in the top 3 in the division, and I still would say that it's not out of the realm of possibility of winning the division, but I think they will finish in the top 3 of the division. Mika wants out of that sinking ship. Ryan G just got home from the game. The Devils were completely out of sync tonight. Let's see how they respond on Friday. Big one on the road in Detroit. And my man, Brendan Dillon, check out the video on my channel, by the way. I did a little a Brendan Dillon appreciation video. And at a signing, I was talking to him a little bit while he was signing a bunch of stuff. And he said, I have that game circled on my calendar against Detroit. Verbatim out of his mouth. You could see that on the channel. Let me see something. I'll drop the link in the description. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Pretty cool video with a couple little clips of Brendan Dillon talking. And he talks about that Detroit game. They're simply not ready for a deep run. And this is where I completely disagree. You're going to say that based off of one game? I mean, come on. Let's take a step back and look at a little bit a bigger picture. Chico Tazo. Hockey also has an insane degree of randomness. The most of any team sport, you can only control so much. Couldn't agree with you more there. I just feel like Timo and Nason are 2 net front guys on the same line. I'm not going to lie. I was a little, as a, not that you ever want to be playing without Timo, but going into the game, I thought, okay, when Nason and Cotter were together on the third line with Halla, that was a beautiful line, right? And I do believe it's obviously driven by Nason and Cotter are two of my favorite players on the team. And it's crazy that they're new guys, but they are both just, this is a violent gentleman. Oh, it's the other side. Violent gentlemen. They're both heavier, edgier, more violent. They both could find the net. They both kind of started off the season on a tear. And I love both of those guys. They were great on the third line with Hall. And I kind of thought to myself then, like, wow, if they got more minutes with someone a slightly more playmaking center, what could they do? If you just took those same two guys, right, that were on that third line with Hall, and you just gave them you just moved them up and gave them more minutes with a more skilled center. And I was wondering if there's something to that, and if tonight we would see in a little trial run, if you will, what they could do in that spot with Nico. Like, is there any possible way? I mean, it's crazy, right? But is there any way that would kind of showcase them as a unit to maybe try that out for a couple games? I thought it could be interesting. Nico with those two guys. And then I was also thinking, we've seen it for little bits and pieces, but could you make a Jack, Jesper, Timo combo work? Could that ever work? It doesn't seem like Jack and Timo play great together. But you know, the team overall played so bad tonight that it's hard to say like what I thought overall of that line. But I still think we need to see some key kind of trials on the move as we go. I don't know. Benjamin, Shesterkin wants out too. He wouldn't have turned down that money otherwise. No, I just think he's trying to milk them for as much as he could get. If I'm predicting what. Doug, how can you be certain who the Devils beat in a series format? I swear people just love to jump ship to seem like they're right. It's kind of mind blowing. I mean, I am ecstatic with where the Devils are as of today and how they played in the last 2 weeks. These losses suck, but you're not going to win every night. M. Payton, what up, Matt? So many missed calls, man. Nico trip, cross-check on second goal, high stick on Tatar, trip on Jack. Regardless, maybe time to reunite Dawson with Timo and Nico. That's interesting. And then would you go back? I guess, Matt, you like that third line of Nason, Halla, and Cotter. I mean, they were very effective. Dubs is like, the way the roster is, I don't like Cotter in the top six. I get tonight because of Meyer, but it evens out the roster to keep him in the bottom. I agree there. Well, bottom line for me is that despite certain whiners taking the team, the Devils have been playing well for the most part this season, winning against tough teams, improvements made back on track. Yeah, I agree too. Wow. I mean, talk like I said, living in the moment after every loss. People want to come in here and be like, oh, I mean, give me a break. Oh, man. Matt, by the way, can we put on our PSA to stop yelling shoot from awful angles? 81 shot attempts and 2 high danger chances. We have an uneducated fan base in the crowd overall, I would say. That's probably that's probably the sad truth for most teams in most sports. But, yeah, people just like to yell shoot. Chico, we think we have Doomers. The Rangers have lost 3 in a row. They might burn MSG down. John Woodson, funny thing is by the time this team gets experience and toughen up, Dylan, Pesci, Nason, Hamilton, and so many will be aged out for a playoff run. Val S. The S in your name should stand for silent, which you should be because you add nothing. Oh, man, Max. By the way, Utica on a 3-game heater. Nice to see after they started off, 0-11 or 0-12? Stanley 62495, as in the date of your New Jersey Devils' first Stanley Cup championship. Montgomery knows the Devils well and had his new team executing perfectly tonight. Clog up the middle and force the Devils outside. They lose this same type of game far too often. Utica going to win 4 in a row before us. Oh, man, that's so crazy. After starting 0-11 or whatever it was, if they win 4 in a row before us. Next time the Devils lose, Chico will be like, the Devils had 12 high danger chances. Walt, drinking water with strawberry watermelon flavoring, partying hard, obviously. Max, Lalo tequila straight. It hurts so good. And now that is gonna elicit an immediate internet search for me because I don't know what the hell Lalo tequila is. Oh, and that's not. It seems like it's regular. I mean, based on the price of it, it's not like gasoline. I thought it was gonna be like some of the shit I used to drink in college. It was like that came in like the plastic bottles, like Popov vodka, and what were some of those other ones? Popov, and I can't think right now. There was tons of dirty liquors that were like cheap as hell, like $10 and $12 handles, and oh god, it went down so bad. Luke Perry, Kova is Kovacevic. Jonathan Kovacevic, that large, stay-at-home, heavier, edgier, more violent defenseman that Fitzgerald stole from the Canadians this summer. Resting guitar face, champagne and OJ with breakfast tomorrow. Nice. Andy MC, couple of IPAs for me tonight. Watching Avs Nights right now. John Woodson thinks he's funny. Bro hasn't broke the mic tonight. Let's go. I'm actually using my backup mic, which I don't like. I'm using backup everything. A backup camera and a backup mic. The mic didn't break because the Devils lost. Don't touch the mic, Ace. Oh, you must have missed that part, guys. This is a different microphone. This one's different. It's a backup. Jay Snow, yes, Ace is going to kill someone over this mic. Kill for my honor. Ace, one heavier edge, more violent with the mic. In short, you stop touching the mic. No, John Woodson, it's a different microphone. It's a different microphone. You don't know what you're talking about. Val, you sound and look fine. Ace, no problems. Thanks. You sound great, though, Ace. Okay, thank you. Honestly, the starter mic sounds good. It's not like you're stuck using potato technology. Timo would have probably scored that 2-on-1, that foot botched. Yeah, that did suck. I was like, come on, man. Corral that pass and fire it in. Chico, goaltending is so mental, though, and Binner especially is a head case. If Timo or someone else gets a goal early, the entire game changes. Yeah, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. They got absolutely nothing. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Benjamin. Chico, at Val S. Dumbass, look at the message right before I said it the last time. The guy said 2. Max, we also have to give some props to Bennington. He looked really good. Wasn't a scumbag either. Doug, funny how I haven't seen Woodson in here for the wins. What's up, man? I think he has been. I don't know. He said, I'm here every game. It seems like every game. Beachmaster, Jack is cheating the game. I am Bose. Yo, a long time ago, you guys asked me if any of like my close friends watch the show. I am Bose is my best friend, and I don't know how he's actually. You know how I know he's actually probably hiding either in his living room or maybe in a spare bedroom of his house or maybe on his phone somewhere hiding to not wake up his wife, who's definitely sleeping. His 2 children that I adore are definitely also still sleeping, and he is watching the Rutgers basketball game, which I am going to jump off of here in a few minutes to catch the second half of. But shout out to I Am Bose, who thinks he's funny. Obviously, I'm a Rutgers Scarlet Knights with you, Bose, but I don't follow them religiously. I watch here and there, but I Am Bose, you're a funny guy. If you're still in here, your comment was all of 15 minutes ago, so you might be out of here by now. Max, we need to get out of the feast or famine mode here. Hopefully next loss is a close one, like 3-2, 2-1. Obviously, I don't wish for a loss. We need to win another war, another just gutsy war in Detroit, and hopefully the boys are ready for war. SST, get Ryan O'Reilly for the playoffs. I like Ryan O'Reilly. Chico, no word of a lie. I've had more positive interactions with Rangers fans than with fellow Devils fans. That's bad. The insane Polak, Ace, the sky's falling again. Don't you know? I expect it after every loss now. It's crazy. Maria D, happy Thanksgiving, Ace, and to everyone. I wear my heavier edge or more violent t-shirt tonight in honor of Timo. It was one of those games tonight. On to the next one. What's going on, Maria? Happy Thanksgiving. And free Timo. Timo will be freed. Fremo. I almost said Fremo. Timo will be freed for that game in Detroit, and hopefully he lets some people feel the boom. Resting guitar face, Dr. Ace, certified therapist. Interesting problem you're having. I think you should booze. Yeah, that's I already feel a lot better from this therapy session and the Dirty Devil vodka prescribed medication. Which, speaking of, my cup's getting a little low here. Oh God, I'm just skimming over here, and these people. Max, McDermott going to punch Rasmussen's little punk face, and I would absolutely love to see that. Diego, this team just had a bad game, but Markstrom needs to be better. I agree. Bad game for the Devils, bad game for Markstrom. We move on to the next one. Chico, I mean, we knew what Mark was before we got him. We knew he was going to have the odd off game. Chicago just killed Dallas tonight. Shit happens. Evan, just got home. We left halfway through the third. The Devs just felt slow and out of step tonight. And SST with some ultra negativity. Markstrom is a sieve. His stats are no better than Vanacek's, but on a much better defensively team. Ritter Engine 128. So any criticism, you're automatically labeled a doomer. Okay, got it. Some of you keep repeating the same BS about boomers. Shut the fuck. How about you crying over criticism? No, I can accept criticism. When people jump to, this team is bad, they're not going to be a legit playoff team. That is what I mean by doomers. Normal criticism obviously is all fair and warranted and whatever. But after the team goes 5-1 in a crazy stretch, to be like, this team sucks and they can't win a playoff round, that is what I call doomers. I don't call everyone, it's doomers, not boomers. Doomers. You go with Markstrom, like, see this, these are just extremely ridiculous trolling takes. You go with Markstrom in the playoffs and it's 0-4 exit in the first round. I mean, come on. Doomers. Always nice, SST. Luke Perry. Oh, I think other people have kind of drawn these, whatever you want to call it, conclusions before. Woodson leaves and SST shows up. I swear I only see SST on losing nights, so not often these past few weeks. What's up? So I do believe recently with the wins, we have seen Woodson more than SST. Woodson and SST share the same laptop because they are roommates. Jay Snow, we have a plot problem. He shouldn't be in the top 6. I love Jesper and Drac together, but they can struggle against heavier forechecking teams. In Markstrom, we trust. Max Lalo is made the traditional way it's intended down in Mexico. It's very smooth. Just the loss and tequila. Okay. Barton's cheapest, most hangover-inducing booze in the planet. I lived in it in college. I'm trying to think of the other ones. I think one was Popov. I want to believe one that came in the plastic handle was called Gilby's. I tried to avoid it at all costs. Sometimes, when you're down, and especially as a kid, sometimes those are the only options. But man, they were painful. Jack Mayhofer. Possible additions to the bottom 6. Can't keep rolling out Bauer's foot. Eventually, Fitz is going to make a move. Whether he waits till the deadline or before, something's going to break. I'm going to pour one for you in a minute, James. I have to remember to keep some of this shit frozen. Because I don't want to get up and reload the ice. So the one ice ball, I was good for 2 drinks, but I only got a little sliver of ice now. And the room temperature booze kind of melts it pretty quickly, considering. Amagi, still need to grab myself a bottle of Dirty Devil. Keep slipping my mind. Oh, which reminds me. Hold on one second. I got something to show. To show the folks in the chat. I just got to retrieve an item. So in the not too distant future, I'm partnering with Dirty Devil. I'm going to have probably giveaways of merch and actual bottles to those that are 21. We'll be giving away some Dirty Devil vodka bottles on the channel. But I also picked this up. Shout out to my man Derek at Dirty Devil. I got this Dirty Devil vodka smooth as hell, but it's got the, oh shit. Wait, where is it? This sleeve. The co-branded, the old school, for those of you who've been around a while, the old Marty Brodeur, the infamous NB30 on the sleeve here. A little co-branded. A little MB30 on the sleeve. The co-branded Dirty Devil Vodka Marty Brodeur. The MB30. So I'm going to have some of these that I'll be giving away on the channel in the future as well. Ace, you're not hitting up the bars tonight? Jay Snow, you think this is... The bar's right here, baby. Cheers. This one's for you, James. Antibiotics. I got you. Oh, man. I Am Bo's is still in here. Majorska. I drank a lot of these handles out of plastic bottles with I Am Bo's for sure. Sometimes out of the trunks of vehicles when they were stifling hot. But listen, when you're young and you're on a mission, you got to do what you got to do. Majorska. I'm getting a gag reflex thinking about these times from back in the days. Amagi. Oh, yeah, the Violent Gentleman cap at the Den. There's a Violent Gentleman hat, too. At the Den, they promote as comfortable, but also feels like it was made with $2 of material. Ironically, very weird. I know you guys are talking about some weird stuff in the chat that I'm going to skip over. Yeah! Oh, man, I love the internet, and I love all of you. My man Pete coming with Woodson is definitely the guy that shows up to Thanksgiving with napkins and leaves with 2 trays of... Oh, that is classic. I can totally see it. Oh, shit. Krungs, by the way, Ace, loving the stream. Glad to be here. Thank you, Krungs. Cheers to you, sir. Thanks for coming out on this therapeutic session, I would call it, after a loss. Hello, Pete. Max, I used to drink Bacardi 151 to save money. Oh, Max, you're a badass dude, man. I used to drink 151 too. Most of these people probably don't know what it is. 151 is so potent, 151 proof, obviously. I'll never forget the first time I learned what it was when I was young, and we got a bottle of it, and it has that like flame retardant thing on the top, so like it doesn't like set on fire. The first time I saw that, I was like, holy shit, are you sure we should be drinking booze that has to have a special thing on the top so that it doesn't, burst into flames? That shirt is sick. Yo, listen, I'm going to have him on the channel. Dirty Devil, kids. Dirty Devil Vodka. Check it out where you could buy it. I'm going to have some contests and things on the channel in conjunction with Dirty Devil where I will be giving away bottles to those of you over 21 years of age. And we're going to have the merch, the co-branded Martin Brodeur, the old school MB30 logo. Some of you might not even remember that. That was a whole line kind of thing that Marty was doing. I believe it was in 08 or 09. It didn't stick around forever, but cool logo, very cool shirt. I'll be giving some out at some point. Max, is Dirty Devil only in New Jersey? If so, can you ship it up to Boston, please? So no, I guess you just have to. Let me see if they have it, and I forget. I know they definitely have it in the tri-state area. I never looked outside, and they have it in Florida in a bunch of places. Let me just double check here. Yeah, it goes down pretty damn smooth, and their tagline is smooth as hell. I've been just crushing bottles. The good folks at Dirty Devil just keeping me drunk 24/7 over here. Where to buy? I just dropped the link in the chat there, Max. Whoa. This thing went zoomed in. They definitely have. So I just put in Boston, but there's a place in Boston. There's a place in Chelsea, Massachusetts, Winchester, Milton, Newton, Massachusetts, Lexington, Burlington, another Burlington, Norwood, Massachusetts. Yeah, so check that out. There's a Concord. They're in a bunch of places in Mass. So check that out. Riot and respect, Ace. Glad to be back again here live. I'm not sure when to watch tonight. Tough one for the boys. Got to straighten out these unexpected shutout losses. This team is better than this. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Luke, I remember when the MB30 mask debuted, lots of disdain for it. Yeah, Marty had, I think, the longest his longest injury, I believe, occurred when he was wearing the MB30 mask leading up to his pursuit of the 552nd record win. I demand a t-shirt. All right, I'm gonna be talking to my good friends at the Dirty Devil Vodka thing soon, and there's gonna be a lot of shirts, a lot of contests. Maria D, actual bottles, please. Still available in some places in Bergen, listed on their website. Maria, email me about that. I'm very curious because the Dirty Devil company does like feedback. And if I could pass along feedback from actual viewers regarding, I guess, a discrepancy between available bottles and what's on their website, I'm sure they would like to know about that. And so, we'll see what we could do about that. John Woodson, I like Marty's original helmet paint scheme better. Horn and tail, keep it simple to go. No, obviously, and that was my favorite hat, was the horn and tails that was on Marty's mask. That was my favorite hat that I sacrificed to the ice for the hat trick the other night. James Israel, Ranger sliding. Love to see an aging team fizzle out. You'd love to see it. Bacardi, Eaton six setup. I don't know what that's in reference to, but shout out to you, Eaton. Happy holidays. Val, Bacardi 151, AK Molotov cocktail. Yeah, 151 is literally flammable. Highly flammable. Amagi, I can't find anywhere that has it near me, but restaurants serving it according to the locator. So, in Hoboken, New Jersey, the Pig and Parrot Bar and Restaurant is serving Dirty Devil, as is Psycho Mike's Therapy Bar and Grill, both in Hoboken, right in the main heart of Hoboken, a couple blocks from each other. And then in Central Jersey, Woodbridge Brewing Company is serving it, as is Big Shots Bar and Lounge in Woodbridge. NHL really seems to hate the Devils this year. I feel like the NHL hates the Devils every year. I don't know. Maybe I'm off base with that. But all right, kids, that's it. I'm gonna finish this up. Any last comments or questions? I'll finish this thing. Oof. Color me curious, Ace. How many pairs of red sweatpants do you own? The Insane Pollock. How many pairs of red sweatpants do I own? I'm thinking. I think one. I think only one. And they're not really sweatpants. They're more of like track pants, but they're not like the windbreaker track pants. They're actually like these really cool Nike, I forget what the material they call it. I don't really wear them often. I'm not going to lie. I don't really like sweat. I wear shorts a lot. Like around my house, I've never, like for my whole life, I've always worn shorts indoors. And on a day like today, I was out running errands and doing a bunch of shit. I had on a hoodie and shorts. And typically I will wear shorts a lot. I don't wear sweatpants a ton, but I wear like, yeah, I don't know what you want to call it, athletic leisure wear type pants more than jeans. Like in my day-to-day, I don't know what you want to call it. Max, 3 swigs of 151 with Dr. Pepper chaser to start the night. Oh God, I'm getting PTSD myself. I could taste it. We used to put 151 in the jungle juice and shit in college, and then sometimes we'd take shots of it. Oh, cold nights up in New Hampshire got a lot warmer really quick. Yeah, the liquid long johns, baby. Walt, got to run. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Enjoy whatever you stuffed down your gullets tomorrow. I'll be enjoying real Thanksgiving food rather than the Wawa slop bowl I had the other night. Nice. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Walt, man. Hope you enjoy it. James, Ranger sliding. Love to see an aging team fizzle out. I think we read that. Oh, no, I somehow got bumped back up. Somehow. Amagi, I had the Marty Mules at Woodbridge Brewing Co. They are amazing, especially for $5. Shit, $5 for a cocktail in this economy, especially in New Jersey, that is the bargain of the century. Brandon, NHL gave the Devils the worst schedule. The refs are horrible. Timo got suspended for nothing. How much more can it get? Traveling Devil, happy Thanksgiving, man. Val, thanks to the therapy ace. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Val. Doug, let's go. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Amagi, Total Wine 30 minutes away from me has it apparently. Might have to make the trip. There's nowhere closer than 30 minutes from you. That's wild. Max, thankful for General Keefe, penalty kill, power play, top 6. Not thankful for Jim Montgomery, the Rangers, especially the Rangers and being shut out. All right, this is it, guys. I'm going to chug this. Husky Unchained. Whoa, wait a minute. He's dropping a bomb. He's dropping a nuclear bomb on my way out. Read a couple articles today mentioning Brady trade rumors. You never know. We need immediate links, Husky. We need immediate links. Drop links in the chat. What are you talking about? Brady trade rumors. Please immediately link us in the chat. Ride and respect. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Max. Maybe I'll post some. Yeah, maybe I'll just post some photos of my disgusting loaded up plates on the what do they call it? The community thing. Oh man, yeah. Maybe I'll show you guys what's what the many plates of food I consume tomorrow. Brodeur himself should really just deliver one to me at the Rock for my promotions of the VIP areas. Marty doesn't care. It's not making a difference in Marty's pockets. There's probably more hearsay rumors about Brady. I still want to see links. Hit me links. I'll read the nonsense rumors. I mean, listen, they've been giving him a kind of an unfair shake in my opinion. Anyone got final thoughts? I'm about to body this, and then it's over. Ice is completely gone. Dirty devil. Oh, yeah, my troll friend was talking mess about Foot the entire time because his girlfriend's BFF dates him, apparently. Ha, 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 small world. Because his girlfriend's BFF... Ace, acting like you're an old man when I bring up the bar. Listen, I'll tell you this, Jay Snow. Your boy Ace could still hang with the best of them, for sure. Your boy, battle-tested, obviously heavier, edgier, more violent, but with the decorated career I had in this arena and having weight on my side, your boy can hang with the best of them. With that being said, it takes a lot to get me to go there. So, like, certain events, if, like, someone guilts me for a birthday or something like that, I'll go. But in terms of just like me, just like we're gonna go out for nothing, those days are way behind this guy. Happy Thanksgiving, Ace. No turkey for me. Just got ham. The missus is cooking nice. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. I like some ham once in a while. I mean, Ottawa's garbage. He probably wants out. Ottawa has been garbage. Jason, no, I'm getting extra twisted before tonight so I could be hungover when I eat my turkey. Well, I mean, you can always do the. As some of the younger generation in my family, the 20-somethings like to say, sometimes they like to have what they call a Thanksgiving dinner enhancer. And I'll leave it up to you to figure out what that means. Happy Thanksgiving, Luke. Happy Thanksgiving, Val. Where the Devils game at this point? Oh, you're going to get the video. I already told you guys. At the Thanksgiving break, you're getting a video. I'm going to deliver on the video. I might be, by the time I get to recording it late night tonight, I'll probably be all banged up. So it might be a drunk video. But that video will certainly come out tomorrow on Thanksgiving or the next day, depending. But I said at the Thanksgiving break, I will assess. So it actually probably will come out Friday, probably Friday morning, actually, because the video about this game will come out tomorrow. So, yeah, probably Friday morning, the video about, the assessment at the Thanksgiving break. But, hit the thumbs up for your boy. What the Let me get a thumbs up. I can't tell how many likes I have, but it's probably not that many. Hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, you're a loser. Utica comments are on a 3-game winning streak. Sell the franchise. Like the Devils that will end next game. Like the Devils that will end next game. The 3-game winning streak. I've never seen a bottle of Dirty Devil. Yes, you have. This is at least the 4th or 5th one that I've consumed. Ooh, look at that. Hyper oxygenated water. Ooh. Well, it's a pretty nice looking bottle, too. I have to say, it's got this like texturized, but it's delicious. It really is. I'm not even a huge vodka guy, but I've mixed it on the show now with like, I've done Red Bull, I've done ginger ale, I've done grapefruit juice. You can't miss. I've just, whatever I find, whatever's new, a couple splashes in there and you're good. Oh, that's depressing. 46 likes and counting. What's the best mix so far? I'm not even a grapefruit juice guy, but I did like the grapefruit combo. All right, so next time, so this is the for the next one, I'm going to bring some Dirty Devil to my family's Thanksgiving tomorrow. There's a lot of young degenerates that are always looking to get froggy, and a lot of people look at me because I'm like the old guy now that kind of bridges the gap between the older family members and the younger generation. So I'm kind of in the middle. So a lot of times the kids the kids feel like they don't want to get too frisky unless like an adult kind of instigates it. And I'll be that adult. I'll be your Huckleberry. I will instigate. So I'm going to bring this, well, not this one, but I have bottles on deck. Shout out to Dirty Devil. I have like a pallet. Bring a couple bottles to the Thanksgiving, and I will play around with different mixtures. But so far, the grapefruit the grapefruit juice was a good one. I do like the ginger ale as well, to answer both of you guys. But I am going to maybe whip up some different cocktails, and maybe in conjunction with Dirty Devil as well. They have their own cocktails. Is it potato vodka? I don't think so. No. It is gluten-free, I believe, though. I don't think it's potato, but I could be wrong. I'm not a chemist. All the raging alcoholics I know swear by tomato juice. Nah, not for me. I like tomatoes, but I don't like to drink tomato juice. Happy Thanksgiving. Time for me to go run with some other devils. Meaning liquor. Salute to you, Pete. Cranberry plus ginger ale. I like that too, Max. That's a nice. I like cranberry and ginger ale. You can't miss, or cranberry and Sprite. But all right, guys. I said when this sip's done, this is it. Salute. Oh, Devils lose a painful one. Back in action Friday against Detroit. I expect it to be a war. Hopefully the boys are ready. And hopefully they respond after this terrible shutout loss at home. I wonder if they'll ever get at the Rock and cocktails. Actually, I wonder if those cocktails at the Rock are even good. I typically don't drink at the games. I'll drink when I'm at home watching the game. But typically I don't drink at the game. But I think they're exploring that. But there's a whole lot of bullshit in between money, politics, and all different things that go into getting anything into the arena. It's definitely there's so much red tape and so many barriers. It would be great if they did get it in, but I don't know if that will ever come to fruition. I hope to see it in there eventually. But all right, folks, that's it. Nighty night. Happy Thanksgiving to all my Devils fan friends. I may pop up with a random live at some point tomorrow. I don't know, but obviously there'll be a game recap video, and then I think on Friday morning you'll see my Thanksgiving as promised video from weeks ago. But that's it, guys. Appreciate you all for coming out for the therapy. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.